Imagine sitting in a completely white room with nothing but a chair you're sitting in for hours. That's your brain scrolling through social media such as TikTok. People need to use less social media or get rid of it completely, and that's the argument I'm going to be making during the duration of this speech. The 5 main areas I'll be talking about today is your brain on social media, security issues, mental health issues, physical health issues, and social issues that come with social media use. Starting with security, I'm going to start with a story. I recently, or while doing research for this topic, I read TikTok privacy policy, which states, and I quote, "Browsing and searching history it tracks, including content you have viewed in the platform," which also means that it tracks history or browsing history not on the platform. Also, it tracks IP address, user agent, mobile carrier, time zone settings, identifiers for advertising purposes, model of your device, the device system, network type, device IDs, your screen resolution, and operating system, app and file names and types, keystroke patterns or rhythms, battery state, audio settings, and connected audio devices. All of those things it tracks automatically with you just downloading the app and using it. And there's no way to change it in any settings. Another thing I want to bring to attention is keystrokes and rhythms of keystrokes. The rhythms of keystrokes are things that you type in repeatedly, such as passwords. All of those things it tracks. Immediately after reading this, I uninstalled TikTok. Overuse of social media is also bad for your brain. Pictures and videos are things that you want to cherish and remember forever. That's why you took them. But nowadays, it's become focused on things. You want to get the best angle. You want to look the best and show people that you're living your best life instead of just enjoying the moment. And it becomes the obsession of looking your best, not enjoying your life. It also wastes time. People use an average of 2.5 hours of social media a day. Imagine what you could do 2.5 hours of extra pay from your job and what that would equate to by the end of the year, and use that as perspective. This could also disrupt your sleep cycle by staying up late and scrolling through social media for hours, and it could create a vicious dopamine cycle with every like and comment you get on your posts. The mental effects of social media. Tweenage et al. 2017 and Schaefer 2017 both found that 33% increase in the number of teens 2010 to 2015 who felt useless, joyless, lonely, and have signs of depression, illness positively correlated with the rise in social media. When they also factor out ownership, smartphone ownership, economic schoolwork, and unemployment stressors. Those were factored out. There were also positive correlations between the amount of time spent on internet and cyberbullying, specifically within social media platforms, which is almost a given. Passive browsing on social media, specifically studied on Facebook, led to reports of negative self-image and regardless of time spent online, which may show how social media consumer uses social media as essential in creating positive self-identity. That was said by Walsh in 2017. Physical effects of social media, which is surprising to read about. My source states that research participants who use social media excessively were found to have higher levels of C-reactive proteins, or CRPs, a biological marker of chronic inflammation that predicts serious illness such as diabetes, certain cancers, and cardiovascular diseases. And in addition, elevated CRP levels results in higher social media use was also related to somatic symptoms such as headaches, chest pains, back pains, and more frequent visits to doctors. How this affects society. This affects society could be explained by reviewing statistics and the lack of communication during in-person interactions. Alternatively, you could go to a restaurant. So instead of using social media, alternatively, you could go to a restaurant and look at a sea of people all on their iPhones or devices instead of just talking to the person that's directly in front of them. In conclusion, I hope I persuaded you to use social media less, if not, and at least delete one of your social media apps. Today we talked about how social media affects your brain, security, mental and physical health, and how it affects society. I strongly believe that people need to use social media less or get rid of it altogether. And I have 3 challenges for you. The first challenge is go to your favorite social media site and read through their terms of service and see what you find. My second challenge is to go out to dinner with your spouse or a group of friends and tell them beforehand they're going to use no devices and see how the night goes. It might surprise you. The third challenge I have is to not use social media for a whole day. At first, it may be uncomfortable because you might not know what to do with your hands or what to do while you're waiting in line at the grocery store. But then eventually, you might find that you like it. Find you might be interacting more with people around you. And if you do like it, continue to do it more and more frequently. Thank you.